Hello everybody, welcome back. It's JudiciousFire and I am here with Lavanica. I've had a couple of requests on the channel to do a Lavanica build and to look at what this hero can do with all the new talents that are out there. I think we're all kind of familiar with what Lava does as a hero. So let's look more so in this video at good builds, great talents and insignias and pets to use. Talk about what traits maybe would be good on the guy and see how he can perform with using one or two of those builds. Please hit the subscribe button and let's keep stuff like this going. There are a variety of great talents or insignias that you can run on Lavanica. And I think that one of the real great tried and true, can't really go wrong talents or insignias is always going to be Sacred Light. I understand that Lava does have a damage cap, but that damage cap only lasts for 8 out of 10 seconds. I'll just bring your attention very quickly to Here Be Monsters. And let's go to AJ. And let me illustrate this. On AJ, we are dealing with Lavanicas in particular at certain stages. I think it's 3 and 4. Okay, so we're getting that 7 to 8 second kind of range because when lavas come out on AJ3, when lavas come out on AJ4, they are typically under the spell of that instant magma form damage cap. And somewhere around that 8-second period it takes for heroes to kill off these lavas. So he's got a great damage cap for that period of time. I also have a soul healer on him. Of the newer talents, I think it's one of his best. It is going to increase his health by a dramatic 120%, increase his crit resistance rate by 75%. It's basically making him immune to critical strikes. And it reduces the healing of nearby enemies, those up in front of him, by 85% every 5 seconds. The effect lasts the entire time he's doing battle with the heroes in front of him. A really nice thing to reduce the healing of the enemies of Lavanica. You don't want them immediately healing during one of his rest periods. You want to keep healing down and suppress that so he can kill heroes off. I think that a Wicked Armor can be very, very helpful. I would probably keep it in insignia form so you can swap it in and swap it out when you need it, because I don't think it's always necessary. But during that time that he is vulnerable, he can take a reflect and deflect that can bring his health down to near zero or even kill him. And that is basically prevented with a Wicked Armor. But also he gets a 150% attack bonus, and that is very, very helpful for the man. Vampiric Grail. I would run Vampiric Grail, especially on a hero that has a damage cap, because it provides no damage reduction. You want a hero that's sturdy and tanky, and Lava's your man for that. So he's going to get that great attack bonus, a great attack speed bonus, and recover health every time he does a basic attack. It would be a great talent for him. I would also pair it up then with a Sacred Light. Give him some damage reduction, extra health pool, and all the great things of Vampiric Grail. Fiery Comet. Okay on Lava. I think better on more so like a Dovekeeper or a Zephyrica. Not saying it's a bad talent. I'm just saying that for me personally as a player, it wouldn't be in my top 5. Soul Healer, as we talked about, which is a remarkable talent for our friend Lavanica. True Piety. I think it's an excellent talent for him. Again, that's probably in the top 5 talents of Lavanica right now in the game. And you're going to be looking at dealing true damage, which cuts through any kind of damage reduction. I think also a Silent Cover is great. Give him damage reduction. Let him silence the enemy. He's already paralyzing. You could pair that up with a Silence. Great. We'll talk about dodge in a moment in this video. I don't think Blade Dance is really one of his top talents. It might be top 10, but I wouldn't go for it as one of his go-to main talents. It can leave him vulnerable, I think, based on my observations. Vigorous Fury, excellent. See, now we're getting his health up, getting his crit rate up. Now he starts crit striking. And as long as he's got 45% of his health, and that damage cap will help him to maintain it, as well as his own healing process. Stealth. Stealth is getting less and less popular in the game because it's becoming less and less effective. We have ways to cut through stealth, be it talent or certain hero properties that can really say goodnight to a stealth hero. So stealth becomes harder and harder. I'm not saying it isn't great on Lavanica, but it wouldn't be one of my go-tos. It would be something that I would, really think twice before you go with the stealth build these days on Lavanica. Wicked Armor, I think very effective, but more so insignia form. Swap it in, swap it out. If you're doing survival and that's available to you, remember availability in this game really is key. If you've got survival, it's a great talent for Lavanica. Give him some invulnerability in addition to an extra healing process. Who can complain about that? If you do have, though, access to the talent or insignia True Piety, I would choose that over survival. True Piety is in many ways a much more effective style of survival. I think a Vital Boon would be real nice on the guy. Get his health up, bring the buffs of the enemies, debuff the enemy. Zealous Drive, really great. Kind of a blend of two. Damage reduction as well as attack. Unholy Pact, it wouldn't be my first choice. He's not a nuclear level damage dealer like a Dovekeeper, and it does leave him relatively vulnerable, even more so vulnerable during those 2 seconds where his damage cap goes away. Sacred Light, definitely top 5 talent. Empower gives him extra energy. It will also give him a big health boost. That can be helpful. It wouldn't be one of my number one choices. I can see the utility in the fact that he's not an auto proc hero, so he's not going to automatically activate his skill. He'll get to a full energy bar and he'll just stay there until he has cause to use it. Now, Flame Guard is used on many Lavanicas. I ran a Flame Guard on Lava for a while, but the fact that Flame Guard can now be taken away by something like a Spectre's Instinct enchantment, as well as the fact that Lavanica is not immune to silence. And a hero who's not immune to silence, when they're silenced, they'll lose their Flame Guard. They will lose the deflect property of their Flame Guard, but they will still keep the health increase. But that means no deflect, no damage, negation of any kind. You end up getting really hurt. And you always have the opportunity for a revive, but I think much better as an insignia, and then you're not stuck with it as a talent. Okay, in my Lavanica, I have a 7 Holy Conviction. It's going to give him damage reduction. It's also going to give him a better healing recovery process. He does heal. That healing recovery process bonus will apply only to lava and not to heroes around him. It's a really great enchantment, and you really can't go wrong with it. Other great enchantments for Lavanica, I think the new Spectral Hold does a nice job. If you wanted to investigate crit in part of your build, either through talent or insignia, you might want to give Punishing Smite a try. He does very well with the Spectre's Instinct. If you want to get his attack up, a Hyper Strength is an option. Healing Ritual is a good option as well. I think there's some good utility in the health bonus as well as the damage circumference that Burning Plate provides. You could always add attack and lower the attack of the enemy with something like an Energy Sap. And never discount Malaise, because Malaise provides full healing stoppage, 100% to 2 enemies at a time. I think that the case could be made that an Accuracy Lavanica would be really, really great. An Accuracy Lavanica means he's going to be hitting the enemy. And without that, he's not going to be, really doing damage against the enemy. I think that also a Dodge Lavanica, there's some case to be made for that as well. He can also often provide the role of distraction for the bad guys. and, maybe paralyze some of them, keep them busy while my other heroes come in and do the killing. I also chose Lavanica for dodge for one particular reason. Let's take a look. Let's look at dodge numbers. Here's Spirit Mage. He's a hero that takes dodge very, very well. He flourishes with it. He has no talent, insignia, or pet that is augmenting his dodge in any way. He's just straight dodge traits. He's at 13.5. Now we jump to Phantom King. Phantom King receives a natural dodge bonus as part of his hero abilities. He doesn't have any talent, insignia, or a pet that's augmenting his dodge in any way, but he is straight dodge traits. And you can see he's at 16.8. Now let's jump to Lavanica. And here's Lava. No talent or insignia or pet augmenting his dodge capability in any way. Just straight dodge traits as we just saw. And he's at 17.3. So he is somebody who's naturally gifted with dodge, and that kind of sold it for me. I figured, well, since he's already has such a great predisposition to dodge, I'm going to enhance that. It's one of those things that he really, really does well. I wanted to make that even better. So he can be very, very effective with accuracy or dodge. Let's add a pet to him. On Cute Kitsune, I keep all dodge traits. And now he's at 23.4. Dodge. And that is without any talent or insignia that increases dodge. I could increase that even more if I would like to. Let's give him a try in one of the super insane dungeons and see how he does. We're going to go with a Sacred Light and a Wicked Armor. Let's try that build first. Okay, I chose a dungeon that doesn't have gunslingers on it. This is, I think, Insane 8.7. And I also canceled the Warden system. And we see what happens with a lot of heroes that can't do global damage. They do damage in the nearby area, and Lava is one of them. He's hitting about, up to about almost 50% of the board. But it's not going much past that. He's raining down strikes, killing off heroes and doing a good job, hitting some of them into the millions. Not able to get past Dove Keepers. Love doves, but very few heroes really can. You need to have maybe a Doom Balloon on the guy for, really some base damage to be occurring. But we're able to see that he's not taking damage of any kind. And as long as his dodge is above 10k, you're fine. So he's got more than twice the amount of dodge that he needs for this particular insane dungeon series. Let's give him a try in some actual base attacks and see what happens. Okay, no better test than Guild Wars. Let's give this a try here. I am running Lava with a Soul Healer, Sacred Light Insignia, and Mutant Battle Monkey. I'm going to lower the healing of the enemy, give Lava some much needed damage reduction, a little bit of extra health, but also lower the dodge of the enemies that he's engaged in battle with. We got a couple of 2.2 plus millions. This is Marty's base. Marty, one of our top players here on the iOS server. I'm going to definitely go out there with Zeph first. And hopefully he'll bring some action his way. Okay, and then once Boreal Fox starts going off, I'll bring the rest of the gang. Okay, you just sit back, you keep your fingers crossed when head-to-head hero fighting in Guild Wars these days. Okay, let's look for some strikes from Lavanica. We're looking for strikes to rain down. Got a lot of Spectre's Instinct and whatnot and so forth going on here. We just went over 50%. That's trouble. Hope we can do it. Okay, Lava with his paralyzed, and he is hitting the enemy. He is actually making contact with the enemy. That is good. Okay, we're on the Melis King's base. I did make one adjustment. Want to try a different kind of option on Lava. I did the Soul Healer, but now with the Vampiric Grail. So he's going to have lots of health. Let's lead with Lava, and let's just see what happens. He's going to have a heck of a healing process, but not if he's all completely locked into place and he can't attack and activate his skill and do those kinds of things. Like right now, he's real shut down. All right, we got DJ's base. It's going to be tough. This is one of the top might players here on iOS, but also having all those bad guys right there in the center means I'm going to have to accumulate some pretty hefty base damage before I actually cross the line and get over to him. Oof. Ouch. I don't know about you folks. I'm hurting right now. I'm hurting. Have just that lava down there. Just my lava. Am I going to be able to take out these buildings using these troops? I don't want to drop a flame. It's been a long time since I dropped a flame. I don't want it to start now. Come on, baby. All right, yeah, we're definitely keeping that one in the video. Okay, when it happens like that, you always tell the truth. That was as close as it gets. If I hadn't used my little guardian troops, I would have lost it. Let's use that as a way to start to bring this video to a close. Let me jump over to Lava one more time. All right, Lavanica, pros and cons. And we didn't see, and this is just a few attacks, but in general, he's not a global attacker. He's not hitting heroes across the board. He doesn't have an auto proc that affects everybody globally. He's not auto firing. When he's under the distress of so many conditions that happen in this game that prevent movement, prevent energy gain, or energy production, or the ability to use one skill, or the ability to do basic attacks, or all these things, they do have an effect on Lavanica, and it does shut him down. For a lot of those battles, he's just kind of coasting from place to place. As a base defender, you got to get right up on him before he actually starts to activate. So any attackers can just simply avoid him and attack the other side of the base. It came down there to the wire, that last attack. And this is one of the reasons that I don't typically use Lavanica in a Guild Wars base attack. And that's because heroes like Walla Walla, or maybe Phobos or Zeph, even a Rambard, they're helping the entire team. And they really are team players. They are providing an effect that's knocking out all the heroes or helping to buff the team, getting great support and great cohesion with everything. Lava, beyond his paralyze, he doesn't do too much to help your team. He's still a great tank. There's still those 5 or 6 talents and insignias that I would really, really recommend. But he's a hero that you can run many different ways. Maybe go accuracy, maybe go dodge. Investigate crit if you'd like. But remember that great dodge bonus that he gets naturally, and remember that accuracy, maybe on a pet, can be a really nice pairing and allow him to start knocking people out. You do, if you're on iOS, it varies by server, but you do 20 coins in the Egg Smash-a-thon, you get an instant Lavanica. Happy clashing, everybody, and I'll catch you next time. All right, bye-bye.